What is up, CTC family? Shaka Daniel here, aka Chase That Coin. And today we want to take a look at the market health of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies since there's so much red in the market. I encourage you all to hit like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can be aware of when I do these videos. Check out the links in the description below for the Discord and Telegram channels. And make sure you go over to ChaseThatCoinTrading.com to take advantage of the free Excel spreadsheet with live coin market cap data, and also grab yourself a membership to Chase That Coin Trading. Let's get into it, guys. Okay, guys. So here we have BTC USD, and this is Coinbase. All right, so BTC has broken down a level of support that I was thinking that it was going to hold above. Okay, the good thing about this is, well, the obvious bad is it broke down. Okay, the good thing about this is that there are numerous levels of support below. Okay, so the first level of support that I think is a strong level of support would be at 11,497. As you can see, BTC took a strong dip right here. All right, so BTC took a strong dip, but it pulled back above and closed back above this level. All right, now I have a solid line and a dotted line. These both represent the same support or resistance level to me, because I like to look at it as an area or a zone instead of one single line. All right, so it did dip below the support zone, but it pulled back above. Not that only did it pull back above the dotted line of the bottom of the support, it pulled back above the top. All right, so yes, we are dipping below here. Okay, and it pulled back to a level that we drew up a while back. I want to say I drew this level on in November. All right, and we called this level the gun line. So remember, we were calling for a pullback into this level. All right, we got it here on this candle. All right, and we're getting a retest of this level. All right, so I'm expecting BTC to hold above this level. If it doesn't hold above this level, we could go a lot lower, like 5,000 lower, to the 5,000 mark. I mean, so am I selling? No, I don't sell in these situations. I may close out my bigger altcoin positions, but I don't sell my BTC in these positions. I personally don't think it's a good strategy. And when BTC dips, I also don't sell off my altcoins right away. I also don't think that's a great strategy either. Instead, I hold my positions because usually I'm up a lot in my positions already. And if BTC corrects or holds at a level after a dip, I'm expecting the alt that I'm in to continue to rise higher. So for me to get out of it as soon as it dips isn't a smart strategy. So let's take a look at an example of that in the Stratis trade. All right, I am involved in this trade. I got in way down here. All right, so we're all the way up here. All right. In my opinion, there's no reason to get out this trade. Just like Bitcoin, it did dip below a level of support that it was close to and pulled back above. Yes, we didn't get a clean pull back above the moving average, the quicker moving average, which I would have liked to see, but we did get a pullback above the level of support that has been created here. Okay, we are below the lower moving average right now, but I'm expecting, especially if BTC pulls back up or it holds, I'm expecting Strat to also pull back up. There's no reason for me to close this trade as of yet until I get a clean close below a specific level. There's no reason for me to close this trade out. Let's take a look at ETH BTC. And we're going to look at it on Poloniex. ETH also looks pretty good here, despite BTC tanking. For those of you who don't know, usually in a market like this, with BTC pulling back so much, alts would have been like super wrecked. As time goes on, they prove to be, you know, more and more resilient, and I expect that to increase as things like Coinbase adds pairs, fiat pairs, and different things like that. So ETH is currently at a level of support. All right, even though it is on a big run up, it could consolidate here. All right, it could consolidate here and we could get a sideways movement. For those of you who don't know, the last major altcoin bull run that we had, ETH was the leader in that. Okay, so if ETH consolidates here and we start to see signs of more upward movement and BTC does not break down a lot, these altcoin trades are dependent on BTC not shooting up too violently or breaking down too violently. Once these things happen, the alts tend to, you know, take a dive with it. Like I said, as time goes on, I'm expecting this to decrease, you know, the volatility of alts to decrease as far as when BTC dips. But more fiat pairs and things like that are going to have to be added. Let's take a look at how BCH is reacting, because BCH is one of the coins that kind of acts as a counter. Okay. But even BCH is not having a good day. So all in all, it's not the greatest day for the altcoin market. Okay. Let's come over here to coin market cap, take a look. So we're under 500 billion. Okay. We've had a major run. And I personally do expect this to continue. If you take a look and compare previous years to this current, the current price action, it's very similar. We take a dip early on, and late February, March, it starts to really pick up and going into and continuing on into June, July. So we could see the same thing here. I'm expecting to see the same thing here. Yes, there are more means for people to short the Bitcoin price down. But there's also more means for them to, you know, put some leverage on it and go along with BTC as well. So I'm expecting them to do that, and for the altcoin market to stay healthy. All right, let's take a look at XRP. XRP took a nosedive. All right, XRP did take a nosedive. And the good thing about this nosedive is it's going to bring XRP back to realistic levels for those of you who are interested in getting an XRP position. Now, whether you're opposed to getting an XRP position, or whether you want one, that's another video. But for those of you who want it, it's going to start to come back down into some realistic levels. Also, Tron, we're going to take a look at Tron. All right, so I don't think it's going to come all the way back down here, but I do think we're going to come back down here to this green line, which is around 5,720 Satoshis for Ripple. That's where I'm expecting. That's where I would personally start to look to make some entries or to put in some low bids and hope they get filled. Okay. Let's take a look at Dash to see how the coins that, you know, sometimes move against BTC, how they're reacted. All right, so Dash is still playing within this range. All right, so the ultimate range is here. But as of lately, it's been playing in a range within here. I'm going to change the colors of these. As of lately, it's been playing in this range. All right, so I would wait to see if it's going to dip back down into this line a little bit more, and then look to get some price action, or to see if it gives us some technical patterns so we can ride this up. All right, I haven't traded Dash in a very long time. But yeah, it's definitely the bigger range is within the blue lines, and the smaller range is between this top blue line and this bottom tan line. So that's the range that I'm looking for. I'm expecting it to possibly, well, on a shorter time frame, it doesn't even look like we're going to get that much of a dip. We may get a little bit of a dip down here. Fill out some of this wick, approach the line before we get a push up. That's totally dependent on, you know, like I said, if BTC holds. If BTC continues down, it's going to drag the rest of the market down with it. At what pace? Hard to tell. Okay, we said we're going to look at Tron. Tron, let me look at it on a higher time frame. Even though, yeah, Tron isn't that bad here on the 4-hour. Even though there's a lot of allegations, you know, there's a lot of allegations of a bunch of different things. But we have somewhat of a descending triangle going on here. All right. And between the setup of this descending triangle and the fact that a lot of people have some heavy bags in Tron, I don't think Tron is going away just like that. But an interesting thing is, you know, I was looking at some of Tron's competitors. Now Tron is a bit different. They're going a little bit bigger, but you could kind of throw it in, you know, the same bucket as something like a library credits or something like that. Yes, they're going to do it. They have some different plans. Each one of these things have their own plan. But if I had to put them in a bucket, it would be like that. The competition is very low. Other than possibly something like Steemit. Steemit is different also, with the exception of something like Steemit. But the rest of the competition is pretty low. This is the only coin, you know, that is out of an Asian market. So it does, you know, coins out of Asian markets for whatever reason tend to have bigger communities. Not for whatever reason. They're just more into cryptocurrency on a whole, on a bigger scale. So Tron does look interesting here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some upside movement. But the same thing I was calling for here, you know, around the time of their announcement, we could see some upside movement and then a continuation of a breakdown. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some upside movement for Tron here. Okay, possibly to test this resistance, but I also wouldn't be surprised to get a break back down or even to test this support or even possibly a dip below it before pulling back up and consolidating sideways here. Okay. Let's take a look at Cardano. All right, so this is something that I drew up last time. I was saying that I didn't like the fact that it was, you know, the moving averages were like starting to slope over, and even though we did get a push up here, it's still sloping over. All right, so I would be looking to get into Cardano down here. All right, and even better at the top of the formation of the flag. So I would put some bids somewhere in here for ADA, especially if BTC starts to continues to push down. I would put some bids in here towards the lower side, you know, towards the top of the flag back here for Cardano. Ethereum Classic, which I think is going to do well after this fork. is holding up very well, and I do like this trade, especially at this level. This is a level that I've highlighted, that I have been looking for some price action at. I do expect for it to go sideways a little bit here. I don't expect for it to just break up. I do expect for it to go sideways. I wouldn't be surprised if it dipped down a little bit, but I am looking for it to go towards the upside. All right, the overall trend for ETC right now, I would say, is upward. Judging just from a simple metric of it's coming from the bottom left towards the top right of my screen. All right. The previous trend was definitely downward, but I think it has started a new trend, which is upward. So I am looking at ETC for some bullish moves. Wabi. Wabi is one that was a very good trade, and it would have been great if BTC did not break down here. But can't get them all. All right, so I do really still like Wabi here. I do like the volume on Wabi. All right, I do like the fact that we're getting higher highs and higher lows here. All right, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high. All right, if we get a higher high and break back above the original spot, that was a great spot for the trade. I'm going to continue to be very bullish on this trade. Right now, I am still bullish, but if we get a higher high on the 1 hour time frame above the original support that I was looking for upside, then I'm going to be very bullish on this trade. So I do have a trade in this, and I will continue to watch it to maybe see if I'll increase my position. Who knows? All right, guys. So that was a quick look at the overall market. Now, is BTC being manipulated? Everything is being manipulated. Even before the introduction of different types of futures and different forms of derivatives in the future, you know, BTC is being manipulated from big holders within the BTC community itself. Anything that has value is going to be manipulated. I personally think this is just one big shakeout before a really big up move. So if you did happen to buy your cryptocurrency or whatever it may be, BTC or whatever, I would say to hold it even after a big loss. I know it's hard to hold after a big loss, but that's the smartest thing to do. When Facebook stock first came out, it tanked. All right. The people that sold lost. The people that held eventually became, you know, multiplied their money by a lot. Okay. So that's the name of the game in cryptocurrency. I know you can make very quick gains, but when you don't make those quick gains, you shouldn't look to automatically abandon your position. Instead, maybe try to create some ways to get some extra funds on the side to add to your position, because it will cushion, you know, the position that you bought all the way up here. It will, you know, when you buy some down here, it will bring that average price a lot lower. All right. So make sure you guys check out the links in the description below. Join the Discord, join the Telegram, check out Chase That Coin Trading for the free Excel spreadsheet with live coin market cap data. And until next time, hit like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.